My friend Marty Yankovic is here. Marty, who's next? I'm sorry, what? Glass Tiger. Thank you, Marty. Thank you. Biggest fan in the room. Now to induct Glass Tiger into Canada's Walk of Fame from CHUM-FM's Roger, Rick, and Marilyn show, please welcome the dynamic duo of Roger Ashby and Marilyn Denis.
I know.
No. Where did they get that?
Notice Rick has the smallest transistor. Anyway, that was fun to shoot. Guys, I have not been on the stage with this wonderful man for 5 years. We are reunited tonight and for a really great event.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. It's great to be here. I just want to say that having spent more than 50 years in the Canadian radio industry, I can honestly say that I have played virtually every hit single by every one of these bands when they were released.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
Years later.
That's right. Right. So true.
Well, if I had to describe Glass Tiger in one word, it's family. The band is like family. They are good friends today, as they were when they met as young, hungry kids up in Newmarket, Ontario. They still have a great time playing music. They still enjoy a pint together at the pub. And in this business, you can't imagine how rare that is.
Their fans are like family, and I know because I'm one of them. Several years ago, when Alan Frew was recovering from a stroke, the outpouring of love and support from his fans was incredibly moving. I think it even surprised the band. But it didn't surprise me because when artists are sharing, and they're as approachable as Glass Tiger, you're with them through thick and thin. It's a bond that lasts a lifetime, just like you and me.
That's right.
That's right.
Their songs are like family, too. They grow with you. They gain new meaning with every listen. Two of their biggest hits, Someday, and their first one, Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone, which incidentally was the song that was released the time when Marilyn came to Toronto from Calgary. It brought you from the west to the east to join us on CHUM-FM. I remember that.
I remember that. It was the soundtrack of my head.
Yeah, Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone. Now, on the surface, Paul McCartney called them silly little love songs, but they are also songs about time, and nothing will break your heart like the passing of time.
No kidding. Of course, this is about the music, and these boys can write a song and rock an audience as well as anybody that stepped on stage. Do you not agree? They are awesome. I can't wait to hear them. 37 years ago, we were introduced to Glass Tiger, as Roger mentioned, with the song Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone. Tonight's Rock of Fame induction proves that when you create great music and a strong legacy, you will not be forgotten.
Okay, let's turn our attention to the video.
Glass Tiger formed in the early 80s out of Newmarket, Ontario, and have gone on to become one of the most successful bands in Canadian music history, with over 5 million albums sold, while garnering a Grammy Award nomination and 5 Juno Awards.
Don't forget me when I'm gone. Glass Tiger.
Don't forget me when I'm gone. Their 1986 debut album, The Thin Red Line, went multi-platinum in Canada, gold in the U.S., and led to the hit singles Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone and Someday.
Glass Tiger, The Thin Red Line, Glass Tiger.
Someday, I'll be losing this fear. Their 1988 sophomore release, Diamond Sun, and 1991 Simple Mission would also go platinum in Canada, helped by the singles Animal Heart and I'm Still Searching. Throughout their illustrious career, Glass Tiger has shared stages and recording performances with some of the world's leading acts, such as Rod Stewart, Bryan Adams, Journey, and Cheap Trick, to name a few.
Okay, come on up. Alan Frew, Sam Reed, Al Connolly, Wayne Parker, and Chris McNeil. Glass Tiger.
Glass Tiger!
Oh, well, what an honor to have you join us tonight. I tell you, what an incredible journey these guys have had through the years. And now, Canada's Walk of Fame. Looks great on you. You look great on it. Who would you say has played the most integral role in Glass Tiger for you over the years?
The first thing I can think of when we were told we were getting the Walk of Fame was to think of the people who actually got us here, right? People like yourself, by the way. Much music. We're very family-oriented, and it just made us want to get up here. We got all the accolades right on the spot, night after night. So we wanted to take a few minutes to thank a few people. Is that okay? Is that okay? So, industry-wise, I wanted to thank the original drummer and one of the foundational members of Glass Tiger, Michael Hansen. Michael. I wanted to thank Tim Trombley, who was the king of A&R back at the time. Jim Valance, an amazing story, Jeannie. On the very first day we ever worked with Jim Valance, we met him, we flew to Vancouver. Al Connolly, Sam and I, we flew to Vancouver. We wrote 2 songs on the very first day we met him. We wrote a song called Someday, and we wrote a wee ditty called Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone. And both of them won Single of the Year from the same album, 2 Juno Awards apart. Lastly, but I'll go first, family-wise. My son Gavin's here. He lived through the bedlam. He spent a life putting water on the stage and bringing teenage girls home who would say that they were family, and he would say, "Dad, my cousin's at the door." My beautiful daughter Evan, who I told her I would quit rock and roll, and all she's watched me do is leave the house night after night. And my rock, the one that I couldn't have done it without, any of it without my wife, Massey. It couldn't happen. I know the boys want to say a quick thank you.
Well, we're going to continue. We'll definitely add to that. And we decided we would split up the thank yous. And we're still on the road. We're still touring. And we have Carmela Long is singing with us. Tommy Lewis is playing bass, and Wayne's playing bass. So we've got these lovely musicians. And I have my beautiful wife, Carol, and all my kids are here. Justin and Brendan, Kira and Ayla, Vicky and Amanda, and they're all here and all enjoying the moment. Wow. It's a Catholic family.
You said it was family-oriented, right? I do have to add just really quickly that we also had Derek Sutton, who started us off with our career in the beginning, along with Gary Pring. And this is our management past and present, right? We also have Andrew here, Andrew Turner tonight, who's our manager, taking care of us these days. And of course, my family and loved ones, and my brothers in arms.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Well, I just want to say a shout out to all the agents and managers who toil behind the scenes that have made all this happen. None of this that you would have seen or that you've seen tonight would have happened. All the great Canadian managers and agents who spend their lives toiling, you might say, behind the scenes to push the artist forward, to give their life. And we want in particular thank a couple of guys from back in the day, our managers from back in the day. Sadly, Gary Pring is no longer with us, but Gary, if you're up there, we love you, man. And Joe Bamford, who luckily is still with us. And thank you so much. But let's get a round of applause for all the people.
Okay, and just finally, just in a nutshell, if you could boil it down, because I know there's like a lifetime of stuff you want to say to your fans who've been so important to you guys for all these years. What do you ultimately want to say to them, Alan?
I'm not sure, but I'll tell you that, it's obvious if they don't show up, we look pretty silly up here without them. They've followed us through thick and thin. They are like family. One of the things I always do every night we play, and I'll do it here tonight, raise your hands if you've seen Glass Tiger before. Okay. Of those of you who raised your hands, how many saw us in 1986? Where the hell were the rest of you? Oh, you weren't born yet. And I always say, I know when I'll quit. I don't mind if someone comes up and says, "Alan, I love Glass Tiger. My mum and dad introduce me to music. But when you come up and say to me, Alan, my granny thinks you're hot, I'm done.
I love it. Cross-generational appeal. Okay, thank you. Now, it's, I guess, Alan, Sam, and Al, time for you to take your places with the band. And Chris and Wayne, you can get back to your seats. Thank you once again. And while these guys get ready to play, I'd like to thank our super talented and incredibly versatile house band tonight. They're amazing. You guys are amazing. We have Dave Langeth on drums, Justin Abudin on guitar, Adrian X on guitar, Alex St. Kitts on bass, Peter Kadar on synth, Robin Black and James Narrow backing vocals, led by the incomparable Lou Pamonte. Let's show them some love, everybody.